If I was an employer today and the government turn around and says we're going to have a quota on how many black people or Asian people you're supposed to be employing, I would honestly tell the government to go and shove up their ass. And I'll do it for one reason, is because it's purely racist. To give someone the opportunity for that job, or give them that job just purely because of their skin colour or their culture, is racist. There's no other way of looking at it. To believe that these quotas should be in any part of our government is absolutely idiotic. In Britain today, we're around 85% white. So the chances are that a good majority of our government, our parliament, are going to be white. Now, you could go down the lines of making sure that everything is totally equal and it goes by the percentages of black people or Asian people in our country to what's in government. But it doesn't necessarily mean that the people you're going to put into power are going to be the people that are going to be right for the job. And also, are you then going to tell the people of the UK that they can only vote for black people or Asian people? You see how moronic this whole statement is. Also, if you look at it sensibly, do more black people or more Asian people want to be in government, want to be an MP? Because for what I hear, it's a pretty hard job to do and you've got to do a lot of hours. I don't know if that's so true, but that's what they state. So just because a certain race or a certain culture doesn't do a particular job, doesn't mean that particular job is being racist, or the people inside that organisation is being racist. That's purely moronic. So when I see articles like this from the BBC, of course it's the BBC, right? I mean, they're more the Guardian. It just says here, BAME appointments, Welsh Government must do more. The numbers of people from minority ethnic backgrounds appointed in roles in public life in Wales is not good enough, a senior minister has said. In 18 months, out of 170 appointments to public bodies by Welsh ministers, fewer than 6 were from black, Asian, minority ethnic BAME backgrounds. So what? Seriously, so what? Maybe these people don't want to be politicians. They don't want to go through the crap that they go through. Having your lives delved into. Having your personal life delved into, like Boris Johnson. Maybe these people are brainy enough not to want to do that. Or maybe they despise the MPs that are in our governments today, whether you're talking about the Welsh government, whether you're talking about the Scottish government, or whether you're talking about the English British government. They're seeing what they act like, and they act like bloody children. Maybe these people are wise enough that they don't want to be MPs, don't want to be a part of the Welsh Assembly. So it says here, Welsh Government figures show that in 18 months in March, BAME people, I can't believe they say that, you know, BAME people, they're putting them into a category, you know, not just human beings. See what I'm trying to say in reference to being racist? See, a black person and me, there's no difference, right? It's literally our skin colour and maybe the culture that we live in. Other than that, there's no difference, right? So why would you try and pigeonhole the Asian and black people into one thing? They're not that one thing. The people, every person is different. There's not one person that's exactly the same as the other person. Whether you're talking about skin colour, culture, the way that I live my life to the way that a black guy down the road lives his life. This is how moronic, this is how dangerous our politicians are. This is how dangerous our media are. This is just purely disgusting. There should never ever be quotas for a skin colour. It's just pure racism. Right, here we go. A mentoring scheme run by the Charity Ethnic Minorities and Youth Support Team, the EYST in brackets, is trying to rectify the imbalance. It matches the young BAME, again, putting them into a bloody pigeonhole. They're not pigeonholes. Matches young BAME people in early stages of their career with more established individuals from a range of public private sectors, including AMs and members of the board. But that should be across the board, whether they are black, whether they're white, whether they're Chinese, it doesn't matter. The children should be more, not pushed, should be directed to certain things that maybe they're attuned to, certain professions they're attuned to. You're saying that these black people have to be politicians? These black people have to be those kinds of people? That's what the left do, you know. It's like, you have to vote for us because we're the left and you're black. You have to vote for us because we're the left and you're Asian. You can't vote Conservative because that's really bad and that's all the right. But you have to vote for the left. It's like the Democrats in America. They just expect the black vote. 80% black people vote for the Democrats. They just expect it from the black people in America. Because what? Because of their skin colour. Because of their culture. It's just sick. It's really sick. And the fact that the national broadcaster in Britain is actually putting this shit out. And the fact that the national broadcaster in Britain are actually put out advertisements to say that only BAME people, categorised, pigeonholed, should apply for certain jobs. To me, that's pure racism. But somehow a national broadcaster is being able to do that. Tell me how our parliament are not jumping on them and saying you can't do that bullshit. You can't do that. These are the racists. This you know, the UK is not racist. It's the media that are racist. It's the politicians that are racist. If they're actually letting the national broadcaster that we all pay for to do this. Okay. Mr. Geverin, one of the mentors supporting the scheme, said, I have already started a review within the health department, but excuse me, my eyes got a bit funny. But I know that the Equalities Minister is leading a group on wider work across public appointments. I should have put my glasses out. I mean, if you ever wanted to know what divides a nation, it's people in London. I'm not saying all, but it's people in London. The typical liberal lefty are, to me, for what I've seen, are more racist than any other part of our society. They try and make out that they're the anti-fascists and the anti-racists, where in fact that they are what they say they're not. They are what they say they're fighting. It's projection. And the likes of our broadcaster, BBC, are one of the worst. The Guardian are one of the worst. The fact is, Britain's not racist. It's certain institutions inside of Britain that try to divide the races. And that's what's wrong.